excited. I just had a great interview with one of the what's the correct word? One of the global authorities on customer service. And I'm talking about somebody who can boast more than 30 years, somebody who's been a New York Times best-selling author multiple times, someone whose books I have on my shelf, and I'll just show you the back of the books. So just done that video, literally just hopped off it 15 minutes ago. We'll get that recorded and ready and out to everyone soon. But hello, Assalamualaikum, honey, from I will say from Dubai or UAE. I'm not sure where you are today, but thank you for tuning in. Today is day 2, in which I'm talking to you about our Re3 business model, and that is how to review, reinvent, and relaunch your business. Hi, Sandra from London. Yeah, down the road, basically. And I'll be talking to you today about the next phase of our approach, which is the Reinvent Phase, and arguably, it is one of the ones where we get most excited about. But the important thing is that you can't ignore the importance of the first phase. So let me just share my screen. So we talked yesterday about this business model that we use with a lot of our clients, big and small, and in terms of the fact that it works in 3 stages. So it's the review stage, the reinvent stage, and the relaunch phase. So yesterday I talked to you about the review phase, and today I'm going to talk to you about the reinvent phase. And the reinvent phase is really important because, as we talked about yesterday, you know, a lot of the times, a lot of businesses, a lot of clients know the problem that they have. They know the fact that they needed to have multiple channels. They needed to be omni-channel. They needed to have remote working. They needed to have a review of their current products and services that they offered. But because they've been so busy doing other things, they've never put this into play. And what does that mean? That means that they've never put some of the issues that they're feeling today, or the challenges that people have felt over the last 6, 8, 10 weeks when we've been in this lockdown phase. They never put this into place. And let me talk to you about a couple of these challenges. You know, cash is king. Cash is king is such a prevalent issue that why did we see some of the big businesses in the last 2 months suddenly struggle in terms of being able to pay their suppliers, their employees and things like this, because they hadn't built up a big cash buffer. We talk about the gig economy, the fact that a lot of businesses go from one job to another. They don't have the benefit of maybe a long-term government or corporate contract, which meant that work continues to flow to them. You know, when other people have stopped doing business, they've also struggled, and they've had to look at what are the alternative things they can do. So the reinvent phase is a really important part. There is 2 days of course material about the reinvent phase, and it's where we're going to look at, you know, your current structure, your customers, your current structure of your customers, your product offering, your services, looking at your culture, how you get things done, how you work together. We're going to look at being omni-channel. You know, you're not just a company that once the doors closed, that people weren't able to do business with you, or you weren't able to do business with them. In this part of the course, you're able to understand what are the different options and explore those options. And then we start thinking about that new customer experience that your customers have, that you're going to offer to your customers. Because in this situation, right now here in the UK, a lot of businesses have customers queuing up outside their business waiting for essentials. But this disruption that we've got today, this disruption is going to continue for a long time. You know, it's certainly not going to be over next week, next month. And so you've got to start thinking about how you can reinvent your business in order to offer an improved customer experience, in order to bring back some hospitality, in order to help your customers enjoy the experience rather than thinking that doing business with you is still difficult and it's still a chore. So let me remind you how this is set up. So I'll put a link in there for you to register for this course. And it's, as I say, we're offering this for free at the moment. But once you do that and you do register on our Learning Hub, then obviously we've got the review phase, we've got the vision phase, but we'll look at reinventing your back office and your front office, both parts of your business. We'll be looking at both of those, and in particular, your product services, your portfolio, your supply chain, your digitization, your automation, your understanding what things are important for your customers and how to prioritize those. So we'll be going through all of these. And as I say, this is available as an online course, which we are making available for you for free, as long as you click through the link. So yesterday, I talked you through an overview of day 1 and day 2, which is about reviewing your current state. We then talk about creating that vision of your future and reinventing your customer-facing business and reinventing the back office as well. And these are all the things that we're going to make available for you through this course. And what we need to do is we need to really understand that in terms of the back office, what can we do to make the business run leaner, run faster, remove some of those manual steps that you've probably got at the moment where people, if people can't come to work, your business slows down. And in terms of the front office, the customer facing part of the business, we're looking at how we can reinvent and redesign your business so it can run more efficiently, can be very focused on what your business wants, what your customers want. And these are both aspects of the Reinvent phase that will be included in this course that you can sign up to. So really, really keen for you to understand that this is a 3-stage process. We talked about the review phase, the reinvention phase, and then the relaunch phase. And tomorrow I'll share you some of the insights on the relaunch phase. But in terms of that reinvention, the voice of the customer, as we call it, is something which is really important, ever more now than it was before. Because if you had a customer and you were meeting the customer regularly, or the customer could come to your business regularly, you could hear the voice of that customer when they were happy about things or when they were not happy about things. But in the situation we're in at the moment, then getting that voice of customer is a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more difficult because if that customer isn't able to come and speak to you, or if that customer isn't able to come and see you, then getting that feedback of your customers, where do you get that from, and how do you act on it or gather that knowledge or gather that insight? And a lot of businesses don't have this at the moment. If we have the situation that people stop doing business with you, or you'll stop meeting people, I'm surprised how so many businesses are now struggling because they've got no way to communicate with their customers electronically through their social channels or through an email list or through a mail shot. So there are lots of things that people are now saying that we don't have this in place and we wish we'd done it before. But by the same token, now is as good a time as any for you to think about that reinvention. And as I say, in that part of the course, what we give you is we look at the front office and the back office. And from your front office point of view, we look at your products and services and understand what are the core products and services, how can you manage that portfolio better, and understand which are the best selling products and the worst selling products, and putting them into a structure where you can invest time in those products which are going to give you the most benefit for you and, of course, your customers. So that's all included in the course for free. And then we look at the back office in terms of understanding how we can put a bit of automation in, how we can make the customer experience more frictionless, make it easier for customers to deal with you and buy from you. So that's all part of the reinvention phase. And I really wanted you guys to understand that this is out there, this is important for you, and it is available for you through the links that I've shared. And if you remember yesterday, we talked about three things. We talked about your overall business model, how you do business, how you talk to your customers, how you manage that supply chain from your raw materials to your processes yourself and deliver that product or service to your customer. We'll talk about how to reinvent your cost structures in terms of how you can save costs, how you can ensure that you're focusing on those activities which are giving you the most benefit and most profit. And of course, we've mentioned the customer experience a few times, that reinvention of the new customer experience, it's really important to have that in mind. I mean, my retail business, we opened it today again to customers today, and just being in store on the shop floor for the morning gave so many new ideas, and it reminded us of things that we didn't realize we'd have to deal with. But it's not until you walk that customer journey that you realize that the way that we'll do business in the future, whether you're a retail business, a hospitality business, or a professional services business, the way we'll do business will change going forward. And that's the kind of thing you really need to think about. So this is available for you, as I say, through the link. I've got the link on the screen at the moment. Register through the link to get access to the course, and then we can have a talk about your business and understand how you're getting on and how you're dealing with this new version of you, the new version of your business. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about the third phase of this course, which is the relaunch phase. And a lot of people are thinking that they'll just simply open their doors with maybe little or no planning. But I'm strongly against that. I'm strongly recommending that once you've redesigned your business, then you need to do the relaunch, and you need to let customers know that you're open. You need to let customers know that they can trust you in terms of your attitude to their safety, your own safety. And you also need to remind them of the way in which you've streamlined certain parts of your business. So don't be afraid to relaunch your business, and don't think that it has to be, done very quietly. It has to be done in a way that your customers can understand that, yeah, we're open, we've relaunched, we have ensured that our customers' safety is taken seriously, and we've ensured that our employees and our staff are also taken seriously, and we can deliver that service to you safe and secure. Join me tomorrow if you want to hear more about the relaunch phase. I'd love to take any questions you've got, and I'll try and come back to them during the day. But for now, stay safe. Get ready to reinvent your business and relaunch it in 5 days. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.